CJ Frankie, the entertainment king. Hosting S10, a show that brings the bling. We're the masters of the stage, the moon ones who reign, bringing fire and excitement, driving you insane. CJ's on the mic, spitting lyrics so fly. His flow is so smooth, it makes your head spin hot. Frank's in the spotlight, but moves like the pro. His dance skills are lethal, everyone knows. And in this troll, look at comedic maestro, cracking jokes and making us laugh. With witty punchlines, he's the life of the party, bringing smiles and joy to everybody.
What do it do, YouTube? It's your boy CJ, back with another review. And to help me in this review, we got Tro in the building. Tro, what's good, man?
What is up?
I know what you're going to say. That wasn't the video you sent. I know.
Yeah.
I apologize.
The video that I worked on.
Video, and I can't find where it is. But I know I have the video. But that is our new intro, no pun intended. But Tro, before we get started, man, I think we gotta wish everybody out there in YouTube land a happy Mother's Day. It's very special. Happy Mother's Day to my mother, aka Miss Crafty Author. So go follow her on YouTube if you're not doing so already, because you could learn some really cool stuff. And Tro, happy Mother's Day to you and your mother as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
And how would Mr. McMahon say Happy Mother's Day?
Happy Mother's Day.
Hey, I'm going to throw some new impressions for you to do in this video. So you're going to, you better be careful. I'm going to get you today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Tro and I, we are here to review the 2020 edition of Survivor Series. Of course, this took place at the Thunderdome. No people in attendance. Very simple. And I believe this is also on Peacock, so nobody paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Am I right?
Yeah. Peacock. Peacock or the network.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm making sure I got that correct. Of course, this Survivor Series is famous for it being Undertaker's 30th anniversary. And before we talk about the matches, do you want to talk about the celebration?
Sure.
So to celebrate, let me make sure I get the list of legends correct here. They brought out a whole bless you. Sorry, my mom was sneezing there in the back. She is unfortunately not very well, not feeling very good today. Who appeared? Who was it? Do you have the list of legends that appeared?
No, I remember that Kane was. I remember that Kane was the only one in his freaking gear.
Yeah. So basically, Rikishi, Kane,
Godfather,
the Godfather,
because it would have been like Undertaker's crew back then. Because
right. Who else?
I think Midian probably was there then.
Midian,
maybe. I know he lives in Tampa. He's in the Tampa area. BSK for life.
Right. I'm trying to. Okay, I got a good list right here. I got Rikishi. I got Savio Vega, Mick Foley. Yep. I believe that's Henry O'Godwin, Jeff Hardy, Big Show, Godfather, JBL, and Shane McMahon. There's somebody behind Rikishi, and I can't quite make out who that is. Mr. McMahon was there as well. Maybe that was who that was.
Jeff Hardy is the most one of the more random people. Kane makes sense.
Yeah.
But Jeff Hardy?
Well, no, Jeff Hardy makes sense because remember, Please
I know
remember that he
their
did have
ladder
a
match.
ladder match. So there's that tie in there, I guess. And of course, it's Survivor Series in 2020, so you gotta have it be SmackDown versus Raw. Great video game series, by the way. Favorite one for me, 2008. Love 2008. '06 was goated too. I loved '06. Um, actually, I unlocked. So SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 was actually the first SmackDown vs. Raw game where you can actually compete for championships and have them regularly defended, right? Uh, I know you can compete for championships on other games, but like this was like for exhibition mode, not
Yeah.
like story mode. Um, and of course, you had to unlock the world title and the WWE Championship, and I somehow did. I don't remember how I did it, but I know I did because I was
Beat
able to.
story mode.
Huh?
So you just had to beat story mode.
And I don't think I ever beat story mode because I never unlocked WrestleMania 21 the arena, but I was able to get the belt somehow. So go figure. Also, and that's the thing I liked about 2008 was you didn't have to unlock those titles; you could just defend them. Right? It was cool. But yeah, like I said, it's a SmackDown vs. Raw Survivor Series 2020. Before we begin with the matches, I forgot to say at the start, if you're new to this channel, please hit us a like, subscribe to your boys, show your favorite channels some love, and tell your friends about us. Tell your friends about your favorite YouTube channel. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Uh,
Tell them about your new favorite intro.
That's a fact. And also, just a reminder that this man right here, Mr. Eminem himself, will be dropping an album this summer, and I will be reacting to it. Oh, yes. This is not the album. This is another album he dropped. This is like a greatest hits album. Like Godzilla, Rap God, Berserk, stuff like that. This is not that album, unfortunately, but I do plan on listening to it and reacting to it. So, without further ado, Tro, let's get into the show. And kicking off the show on the pre-show, Miz won an 18-man battle royal, dual-branded battle royal. Also in the battle royal were John Morrison, Kalisto, Rey Mysterio, Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, Cedric Alexander, Ricochet, Shelton Benjamin, Murphy, Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler, Apollo Crews, Shinsuke Nakamura, Elias, Jeff Hardy, Chad Gable, and Dominic Mysterio.
Oh boy.
These
State
are
of 2020 Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. Then we get to the main show, and the first match on the show, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team Raw represented by the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, with the big Omos in his corner, teaming up with Keith Lee, Sheamus,
Oh god.
Braun Strowman, Riddle. Why did you say "oh god" on Sheamus?
I said, oh god, okay. Because I'm just remembering Keith Lee was a thing.
Hey,
now
I love Keith Lee. He was
he was
on NXT.
He was great, and then he went to the main roster and got a little fucked over.
They take on
Mr. Bearcat.
They take on Team SmackDown, which was Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, Yeet, King Corbin, Seth freaking Rollins, and Otis.
So this was that rare time when Otis was like super over.
Yeah.
For like that whole 2020 year. And then they just really didn't do too much after he won he had won the Money in the Bank. That's why the Miz, he lost to the Miz at some point, and then
and
so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, because this was right around the time, this was right the start of the whole Bloodline angle. So this would have been Jay's first pay-per-view as a full-on member of the first real member of the Bloodline, because
I believe
it
the
was
before this was Hell in a Cell.
and that's when they did the I Quit. They did the I Quit match.
In order of elimination, Seth Rollins is the first person eliminated. Puts his arms out to Sheamus, says, "Kick me," and Sheamus, bam, gets him out of here. Next up, we got Kevin Owens getting eliminated by AJ Styles, King Corbin getting eliminated by Riddle, Otis getting eliminated by Braun Strowman, Jey Uso getting eliminated by Keith Lee. So, the survivors of this match are all members of Team Raw. It's a clean sweep for Raw.
I just love Seth Rollins. Like, just kick me. I don't give a fuck.
Question for you: what would Riddle say to what do you think Riddle would say to AJ Styles backstage after this match? What? Did he freeze? He froze up on us. Oh boy. Hang on, folks. Technical difficulties.
I'm not doing live anymore.
You froze up on us. Are you there?
Yes.
So what would Matt Riddle say to AJ Styles after
What
this?
in the fuck is going?
Hang on a second. Let me switch my Wi-Fi here because it might be on me. There it is. All right, I'm back. Hopefully, this fixes things. What would what would Matt Riddle say to AJ Styles backstage after this match?
I'm not even sure because I don't have any Riddle impression.
Oh, come on. There's only one word you got to know when talking about Matt Riddle. Bro. Come on. We gotta
weed.
What would Riddle say what would a Riddle and Jey Uso conversation sound like in 2024?
Bro, yeet. Bro, yeet. Bro, yeet. Bro, I was fired.
You gotta give it a little more emphasis. You gotta give a little more emotion.
Bro, I'm fine. I had a match in front of like 25 people the other day. Do you remember when I was on WrestleMania, bro? As it turns out, being a jackass didn't really work out for me, bro.
Yeah, bro. Next match, we're gonna have to tighten you up on them impressions, sir. Next match, another Team Raw versus Team SmackDown match. The Street Profits on Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, defeated the New Day, who were the Raw Tag Team Champions, and Big E was in the New Day's corner. This is a good guy versus good guy kind of match. Solid match.
Yeah.
I mean, you got two of the best tag teams at that time going head to head. I mean, it was it wasn't going to be a good one. Then we have another champions versus champion match. Bobby Lashley, the United States champion on Raw, defeats the Intercontinental champion Sami Zayn from SmackDown. And boy, oh boy, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Sami Zayn in 2020 was Intercontinental champion, and in 2024 is Intercontinental champion.
Yep. But this is the interesting timeline of Bobby Lashley. This was right before the Hurt business started. So
he had MVP Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin with him here, so they were there.
So this was right before he became WWE champion, because Big E became champion in like either the second or third week of February of the following year, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Then we have the SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks, who has just been attacked by her now former best friend Bailey, and she's here defeating the Raw Women's Champion Asuka by pinfall.
If I don't beat Asuka, I'm going to lay down on the floor and throw a hissy fit. Do you know who the fuck I am? I am Monet. I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose to Asuka. Who the fuck is an Asuka? I main evented WrestleMania, bitches.
I am the legit bot. Oh, I can't say that anymore. I am the legit CEO.
I was on motherfucking The Mandalorian. I'm a bigger star than The Rock. I'm getting paid by the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars' son to literally do absolutely fucking nothing. And then I'm going back to WWE because, as it turns out, they can offer me more money and Papa H is back.
Uh-oh. Hey, yo, Trill, you've done it now, my friend. Oh, boy. Frank says, yo, that's it. After hearing that, I'm coming through now. Come through, Frank. Do it. You won't. You won't.
He's gonna come through on a. It's not one of his shows though.
He won't. He ain't got the balls. He won't.
You don't have the balls, Frank. This is Mo.
CEO.
You are not the CEO. We are doing so good in the ratings. Don't pay attention to our ratings because we're doing so good.
First of all, A+ for that Sasha Banks Mercedes Moné impression. A+. A round of applause. That's what we're talking about. That's what this show is.
Okay, I won't ever pass up an opportunity to make fun of Monet.
Okay, ready for some more impressions? Oh, I can't wait for you to do this one. We got Team Raw, which is Peyton Royce, Lacey Evans, Alana.
Oh boy, Jesus Christ! State of this fucking woman's roster, man.
I'm sorry, Lana. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax defeating Team SmackDown, which is Natalia, Liv Morgan, Bayley, Ruby Riott, and Bianca Belair.
This is pre coming back Nia Jax. This was when she was still ultra dangerous.
Just give me a sec to turn my laptop on. Bring it on, Frank. Bring it on. Then we have the eliminations on this one. Bayley was the first one eliminated by pinfall, followed by Peyton Royce, eliminated by submission by Natalia. Natalia was next up to be eliminated by Lacey Evans. Ruby Riott was eliminated by Shayna Baszler. Lacey Evans eliminated by Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan eliminated by Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler gets disqualified. Nia Jax gets disqualified. And Bianca Belair loses by countout. So, the one person in this match
was
Lana.
You know, Lana sucked in the ring, and she sucked when she wasn't, wasn't part of Rusev. She sucked,
but still backwards is what, Tro?
You're gonna make this HLJ anal.
What?
It's anal.
There you go. There you go.
And they had sex in the tank. We all know.
I didn't say that, folks. Send your hate tweets to Tro.
No, I don't know where. It's either her or Russo who said he had sex in that tank at WrestleMania 31.
Oh boy. Oh boy. What's your Twitter handle there, Tro?
I'll never fucking tell.
Next one, I believe, is the main event. Roman Reigns. I acknowledge my tribal chief, of course. You got to acknowledge. Who is the Universal Champion over on SmackDown and has Paul Heyman in his corner, defeats the WWE Champion on Raw, Drew McIntyre, by TKO.
Yeah, because this was, I think this was right around, this is when they had they had Roman doing the guillotine for a while.
Hey, this is actually a good match. I like this match.
Poor Drew, though. This is when I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
This was right before he had his stupid program with Goldberg, and then he lost the title to Miz.
Do you have anything planned after this one, Troy? After this podcast, Troy? You got a couple more minutes to chit chat.
Maybe have a few more minutes for.
All right, beautiful. I'd love to hear it. Well, because like we can just kind of bullshit around on this stream, which is what we can do. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, wait until you find out. Wait until you find out how I got that. Got the theme song.
How'd you? So tell us the story of the theme song. How'd you do it?
Well, I used a website that can turn your suggestions into really good songs.
For
It's
free?
all for free.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's AI generated, but it's not the kind of AI that I think a lot of people dislike. Like, it's not like AI art or AI covers. It's
Right.
literally they take your suggestion and they make a song out of it from
using certain words. Like you
using
put
just
words
AI.
in, yeah, it makes a song based off the words.
I thought it I didn't know they would have a freak. I was gonna have the freaking longest verse, but I'm like, okay.
What did you use to make the video?
Yeah, my suggestion was make a what was it? It was make a rap song about FCTENT hosted by Tro, Frank, and CJ. It's an entertainment show. And then it came out like that.
And that's nice. There we go. Hang on. I'm going to see if I could find. I'm going to see if I could download this time. See if this works. Okay. Because if I. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the one I made. That's why it downloaded the wrong one. Oh, there it is. That's on me, folks. I screwed up. Not true. I can admit I'm sorry?
So, Frank has to dance because the lyrics specifically say Frank's a good dancer. Oh, he's like freaking Beetlejuice. We say his name 3 times and he shows up.
Well, I put him up there. He's not ready yet, I don't think. But so this is what the thing actually looks like here. Let's see.
This took me about 20 minutes to do.
Yeah, it took you 20 minutes, and it was almost completely useless, except for I can fix this.
I mean, I'll probably upload it. And just say like the intro.
Hosting SC10, a show that brings the blame. We're the masters of the stage, the ones who reign, bringing fire and excitement, driving you insane. CJ's on the mic, spitting lyrics so fly. This flow is so smooth, it makes your head spin hot. Frank's in the spotlight, moves like the pro. his dance skills are lethal, everyone knows. And then there's Cho, the comedian maestro, cracking jokes and making us laugh. With witty punchlines, he's the life of the party, bringing smiles and joy to everybody.
I don't even know what we were laughing at there.
Okay, so because I had to get the video, so it was the Royal Rumble 06.
Right.
So first of all, I had to edit out the Retro Bros logo. I had to put the FCT logo there, and it was when I mentioned how Eddie when Rey Mysterio gets his number, and it was the first time I got you guys to crack up really good. I said it was when I pretty much ruined the whole storyline because I said, imagine Ray's like, God damn it, Eddie, you screwed me, you son of a bitch. I got you guys pretty good.
You son of a bitch. It was the way you said it. Just so quickly, you son of a bitch. So real quick, I guess the Kendrick Lamar and Drake stuff is over. The beef, the feud. I get, maybe it's not. Maybe they're both cooking more up. I don't know. But I will say it was a really good feud. Great music came out of it. Unfortunately, it did get taken to that place where I don't like it getting taken. Because I don't even know if you know this or not, but Drake's mansion in Ontario got shot up. And fortunately, he wasn't home. Unfortunately, one of his security people was, and he was injured, and I think he was taken to the hospital. And last I heard, he was in critical condition. And you always hate to hear that. And Troy, are you frozen again?
I'm here and I'm there and I'm everywhere.
Okay. No, it's really disappointing to hear that it got taken to that level. You know what I mean? You hate to hear it.
Yep.
But that's the state of hip hop. Did you watch any of the pay-per-view from last night? I guess you should or from last night. From what was it, last weekend? Should we talk about that show? I guess we probably should.
We don't have to go super in depth, but it was a
just
very good show.
Yeah, that crowd was that crowd was lit that night, as the crowd would say. Bloodline, which is Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, defeat Kevin Owens and Randy Orton with the debut of Tonga Loa, right?
Yeah. I swear, they grow on trees.
Yeah, they really do. And then we got another guy, I guess, coming in. I can't remember his name. Jacob Fox. Yeah. So I guess he's coming back. I guess he's not coming back, but coming soon.
Yeah, he'll probably join Roman's side, so it's even.
Then Bailey defeats Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match to retain the women's championship. And after the match, Naomi gave Bailey a big, nice, juicy kiss on the cheek. Oh boy, yeah. Then we had Damian Priest defeating Jey Uso to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Isn't it crazy that in 2024 Jey Uso is in a World Championship match? I mean, he's talented enough where he could pull off the singles thing. So I'm not.
Yeah, considering how he'll probably be back with his brother by the end of the year, so let's just enjoy this singles run while we got it.
Yeah. Then we have Bianca Belair and Jake Hardgill defeating the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, to win the women's tag team championships. So congrats to them. They are the new champions. And Cody Rhodes defeats AJ Styles to retain the Undisputed Championship, as if that was ever a question that he was doing.
Now, this match actually made history.
Yeah, two Georgia boys, right?
Two Georgia boys, but it was also the first time AJ Styles has ever gotten a 5-star match.
Oh, that's
Singles
true.
5-star singles match from good old Tuna Meltzer.
Yeah. From that guy. Yeah. The guy,
The guy,
the
the guy, the
AEW
guy, the guy who apparently there's gonna be a feud in AEW that involves his rating system.
we haven't spoken. We haven't spoken about that. You and me. We have not talked about that Young Bucks stuff with Tony Khan and all that good stuff. Any thoughts on that, Tro?
It's hard for me to say that if I was a promoter, I wouldn't want to get involved in the action at some point.
Right.
But at the same time, it's Tony Khan, and he's just done so much stupid shit.
Yeah, it's like you got to know your place. You know what I mean? Vince got involved because he kind of had to. Vince had to kind of be the heel authority figure at that point. But Tony doesn't have to be the good guy here. He has talent on the roster that could potentially do that role for him. He, for some reason, he wanted to get involved. He wanted to do it, and he didn't even take the bump very well. He didn't.
Well, they did it as safely as they could, because if they fucked up, it would have been pretty bad to have legitimately hurt the boss's neck.
Yeah. Tony Khan, you got to be careful. That guy's a fragile man. Listen, I know that hair looks like a wig, and that hair looks like it'll cushion the fall. I promise you it won't. And then we have the King and Queen of the Ring. Who is your picks to win the King of the Ring? Let's talk about that one first. And so far we have. I'm sorry. Before we continue, we have Gunther, Ilya Dragunov, Jey Uso, Randy Orton, Carmelo Hayes, L.A. Knight. Yeah. Matanga.
I think it's.
So of those names, who would you pick? I gotta go with. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna pull a wild card here, and I'm gonna say Carmelo.
No, I'm going with Gunther because it makes sense that because he's still unstoppable. You don't exactly want to beat him so quickly after he had already lost his first match,
right?
And now that he's done with the IC title, he hasn't been like, oh, I want my title back. He's like, okay, I lost at WrestleMania, whatever. I'll become King of the Ring, and then get a title shot for the bigger title.
And that
works out.
And by the way, I called it. Frank ain't coming through, folks.
and it works out because Damian Priest is turning face within the next couple of weeks.
Damian Priest happen. Could be a great program.
Oh yeah, it'll be great for SummerSlam or Clash at the not Clash at the Cancel, the German show that they're having Bash in Berlin, because that's if you can pick like the specific time that you want your match. Not that it's like Money in the Bank, but you can be like, oh, I want this match at Bash in the Berlin. It would be one hell of a outcome to have Gunther win the title for the first time in Berlin, because he's main eventing that show. I mean, the show was pretty much made for him to main event and win.
Then the Queen of the Ring, we have Io Sky, Lyra Valkyra, Zoe Stark, Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, and Bianca Belair. Any prediction on this one?
Probably Bianca.
You think?
Yeah, because Cargill's too early.
Do you think that they face each other here, or do you think that Nia Jax beats Jade and then goes on to face Bianca?
Well, I don't think they're going to do face versus face in front of a Saudi crowd, especially when it's women. So they'll probably
Right.
just go with the simple, big girl evil versus not evil girl.
Hmm.
Just as long as they don't show any skin, then you don't care.
Yeah. Also in these tournaments, I guess I should mention, Gunther defeated Sheamus to move on. Ricochet, or I'm sorry, Ilya Dragunov defeated Ricochet. Jey Uso beat Finn Balor. AJ Styles lost to Randy Orton. Carmelo Hayes beat Baron Corbin. LA Knight defeated Santos Escobar. And Tama Tonga defeated Angelo Dawkins. Angelo Dawkins was a replacement for Bobby Lashley. And Jey Uso was a replacement for Drew McIntyre. And Xavier Woods was supposed to be in the tournament, but he is not medically cleared. So taking his place will be Kofi Kingston. And Kofi and Rey Mysterio will have a match, I'm guessing, tomorrow. And in the women's division, Maxine Dupree is replacing Zelina Vega. And Dakota Kai is replacing Asuka. So there we go.
A lot of injuries in this. A lot of injuries in
Yeah.
this tournament.
Yeah, it's kind of. I saw somebody mention where somebody mentioned, what if the injuries aren't real? What if they're like storyline injuries, or they just don't want to be in the tournament, so they come up with that?
No, I think Xavier would want to be in this.
You think they would want to be in this just to go to Saudi Arabia?
I mean, they're not going. Look, I don't think Gunther really cares that he's going to Saudi Arabia. The dude lived in Austria, so
Yeah,
pretty sure he's fine with everything.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go, folks. Now you guys are all kind of caught up with everything going on and our opinions. That is going to do it for this edition. Tro, remind the people what show we're reviewing next week, because it's your pick.
We are reviewing No Way Out 2005.
Yeah. Go ahead and remind the people what the main event of that show was.
That would be JBL versus The Big Show in a barbed wire steel cage.
And Mr. McMahon, please tell people what to do with the channel.
You're going to click on the subscribe button, and then you're going to hit that little bell. Oh, yeah. Hit that bell like the young bucks. Hit that son of a bitch, Tony Khan, with the Meltzer driver.
And if they don't hit the notifications, if they don't hit the subscribe, and if they don't like the video,
You're fired.
folks, he's Tro. I'm CJ. We out of time. Happy Mother's Day. We out. Deuces.